Alright, hello everyone. I'm going to be doing a drift build video on Forza Motorsport 7. Now, I usually don't upload stuff like this, but I used to be really into Forza, and I took a break for like 2 years, then I just got back into it. So, the next few videos are probably going to be Forza related, but today we're going to be doing a drift build. The car that we're going to be building is an S15, rocking about 650 horsepower. Let's get right into it, boys. So for the engine swap, I do have a 2.6 twin turbo in it. Drivetrain is rear wheel drive, obviously. Then if you want, you can put the body kit on it. I suggest you do put the body kit on it because it spaces out the wheels more, get a little bit more stability. Aero and appearance, it's all up to you. Put the Rocket Bunny wing, whatever wing you want. Hood scoop, put whatever you want. Now for tire compound, just to give you a rough idea on how I build my cars, I do have like horsepower categories on which compound I will use. I usually don't drift above 700 horsepower, but from like 550 horsepower to 700 horsepower, I will use sport tire compounds. 550 to like 400 horsepower, I will use street, and anything below 400, I will use stock. In this case, we are using sport. Front tire width, we're using 265s. And on the rear, we're using 275s. I like to keep a 10 millimeter difference between the front and the rear. Obviously, having the rear wider than the front. Rims are up to you. I am using the, if it would actually save on the ones that I'm using, the Speedline F1s. I think they look good on almost any car. For rim size, front and rear, we're using 18s. You can use whatever you want, but to me this feels like it has the right amount of sidewall, get that slip in the back and front and everything like that. Drivetrain, everything is race, so race clutch, race transmission, race driveline, and race differential. Handling, everything is racing here too, besides I think weight reduction. So race brakes, drifting springs and dampers, race anti-roll bar in the front, race anti-roll bar in the rear, full roll cage, and oh, I do have race on this. I forgot that I changed a few things on this when I was tinkering with the tune. But yeah, race weight reduction. And then for the engine, air filter, we were using race, stock fuel system, race ignition, stock exhaust, race cams, stock valves, stock displacement, stock pistons, race twin turbo, stock intercooler, and stock oil and cooling. And for the flywheel, it is race. Now on to the tune. This tune, I basically use this tune on every car with little adjustments. So what I try and go for when I'm building a drift car, I used to really like cars that had a lot of grip in the back and that had a lot of understeer. Because since I know how to control it and everything like that, having more understeer than oversteer. I basically drifted for speed when I drifted in like Forza 6 and Forza Horizon 3. But in this case, I think it has a good balance between understeer and oversteer. You can pretty much go full lock on certain turns, and it's very fast. I mean, I have no problem tandeming, even with people that are using 800 horsepower. But yeah, front tire pressure, 27.5. Rear is 22. Gearing, for the final drive, it's 3.3. First gear is 3.3. Second gear is 2.4. Third gear is 1.78. Fourth gear is 1.55. Fifth gear is 1.42. Sixth gear is 1.29. As for alignment, we're using negative camber. So in the front, negative 2.9. In the rear, negative 2.8 or negative 0.8. My bad. For the toe, we're using 0.6 out in the front and negative 0.2 in on the rear. Caster angle is 7 and steering angle is 60 degrees. Anti-roll bars, for the front it's 15. For the rear it is 9.2. Springs, for the front it is 500. For the rear it is 200. And ride height is all the way down. For rebound front is 8.5. For the rear it is 8.3. For bump, front is 4.0 and the rear is 3.8. Now, if you want to have more understeer, if you like it, like I said, and have a little bit more speed, these will work in conjunction with the springs, as I'm running low springs because I like that squat. Maybe take this down like 4 or 5 points, so maybe like 7.8 on the rear for rebound, and do the same with this. Lower it like 5 or 6 points. So that's damping, not running aero, braking force, 53% to the front brakes, and for the pressure it is 115. This, I found a nice balance. Actually, this isn't even mine. This is one of my someone on my friends list. He's a very good tandemer and drifter and everything like that. And I have no problem slowing down when I'm going too fast and I'm gonna hit a car or something like that. So this works well for me. You can change it to whatever you want. And for the differential, I locked it, so 100-100. Now we will get on to the test drive. I'll showcase this a little bit. I did just get a new wheel, a new steering wheel, and like I got the shifter and clutch pedal and everything like that. So I might not do too well, but just bear with me. It is a very good tune. I like it. It worked. I had a lot of trouble getting used to Forza 7's new physics. I feel like cars have more grip and all that stuff. So yeah, let's get right into it. Now, I won't be showing any tandems or anything like that to give you an idea of what to expect with this tune, because nobody that I drift with is on, and I'm not going to join a random lobby because it'll take me a good 10 minutes to find somebody that's actually halfway decent at drifting, to follow their line and everything like that. So, yeah, let's get into it. As I stall it, like I said, I'm still getting used to all this shit. And I stall it again. Here, you know what? We're gonna restart this thing. Actually, no we're not, there's no restart. We'll do one more. So, as you can see, it's a pretty stable drift build. Like I said before, with this new physics from Forza 7 and everything like that, I did look up tutorials on YouTube, or not tutorials, just other drift builds on YouTube. None of them felt right, so I used one of my understeer tunes that I used for competitions and everything like that on the older Forzas, and I changed it up a bit, and I think it works pretty well. I get the angle I want, I get the speed, so if you guys happen to use this tune, hope you like it, and thanks for watching.